Hi, I'm Diane Greenleaf-Kistner, a registered licensed dietitian. Today what I want to talk about is carbohydrates, that carbohydrates are not the enemy. We need carbohydrates in our diet, but in the last 10 to 15 years with everybody doing the high-fat, high-protein diets, we've kind of almost been made to think that we shouldn't have them in our diets. But the reason why they've gotten a bad rap is because of all the different foods that are included in this category. Because those foods include the sugars, the candies, the sugary cereals that we might eat, the cookies and the cakes and the pies and the pastries and our white bread and things that are made with white flour. Those don't give us a whole lot of nutrients. They get digested pretty quick. We're hungrier faster. They cause spikes in the blood sugar, and they have a more negative effect on our body. But the good kinds of carbohydrates, the ones that we want to focus on today, are more of the slow or the complex carbohydrates. These are the ones that come from fruits and vegetables and our whole grains and our oats and our oat brands and our different kinds of grains out there, the beans and the peas and the lentils. These are the ones that give us a lot of nutrients for the amount of calories that we consume with them. So they have a very positive effect on our diet. So let's go into why we need carbohydrates in our diet. Well, carbohydrates, the sugar, all of our carbohydrates get broken down into sugar. Some of them slower and some of them faster than others. But those carbohydrates get broken down into sugar. That sugar is the main source of energy for the brain and the nervous system. So if you've ever gone a high protein or high fat diet and gotten a headache, that is because the brain hasn't gotten enough sugar that it needs to be able to function at its best on that part of it. Another reason, like I said, is that those carbohydrates give us a lot of different nutrients. We get a lot of vitamins and minerals and fiber and phytochemicals and antioxidants from these complex carbohydrates. So they have a very positive effect on our health. When we exercise, the first line of fuel that we use is that sugar that's in the bloodstream. That helps to get us going, and then acts as the kindling to the fire to get in there to start to break down that fat, to get the sugar that we need from that to keep that exercise going. So we want to have those carbohydrates in there to get us going with the exercise so that we can start using the other fat and a little bit of the muscle to keep us going on the exercise. Also, heart disease. Plant-based diet, more of your beans and again more of your non-animal products can have a very positive effect on heart disease and can help to prevent that, and also can help to lower that cholesterol. So adding more beans and more oats and more fruits and vegetables in your diet can really help with a positive effect on heart disease. So let's go back to the complex carbohydrates. And I've already told you the sources and the nutrients, but let's just focus on the fiber. We have two different kinds of fiber. We have the insoluble fiber, and that is going to come from your whole grains and some of the fruits and vegetables. Some have more than others. And what this does is it helps to get the food through the system quicker. It helps so that you decrease your risk for constipation, also to decrease your risk of some different colon cancers, different kinds of cancers there, and diverticulitis. Your soluble fiber, this is the fiber from, again, some fruits and vegetables like your oranges and your apples and some other ones, and the oats, the oat bran, and your beans and your peas. This soluble fiber helps to expand to help keep you feel fuller so that you don't get as hungry as fast, and also so not as much of the cholesterol and the sugar gets into your system. So these are some really great fibers that you want to focus on. You also, when you're increasing the fiber, to increase the water, because it takes a lot of water to get this fiber through the system, and they can kind of have the opposite effect of more constipation too. So I want you to focus on more of the whole grains or the slow carbohydrates. Really try to limit your fast carbohydrates, but remember, we can have a little bit of those, and so I don't want people to think that we can never have that, but we want to decrease as much as we can in our diet. So hope this was helpful to you, and have a great day.